So this is just a little bit about, this was the pond which Harley and I built in the garden. It had a little stream that we created coming down into it, which was
fed from the mains.
Yes, but the birds absolutely loved it.
Oh yes, they did,
didn't they? Yes,
yes.
And we would be sitting having lunch about 1 o'clock in the room here, and would look out, and the birds. 1 o'clock was the time to come and have a bath.
Yes.
And the goldfinches particularly, it was lovely.
Absolutely full
of birds.
And birds waiting to get in as well.
The robins and the blackbirds.
It was
yes.
lovely.
Yes.
And this is us looking like the model actually.
Yes.
But this says us looking like winter. Just look at that.
Just an amazing storm.
The horizontal snow.
Yes.
Came.
And you couldn't get out the doors and windows.
No.
Yes, it was absolutely amazing. And this was Ashley needed. She got
she was
sick
all over the place
and needed some surgery. So this guy is a tree surgeon.
He had wires all the way up and here and got going with it.
So, and it was amazing how quickly the garden had become very civilised. Although this was, I think this must have been about 1996 when we got to that stage of living there, wasn't it?
Yes. Actually, it was very interesting because we settled in to the village and suddenly we found that we were the folks who lived on the hill, and we were invited to various functions. We had to give a talk to the Townswomen's Guild there in the village hall, and then it was the millennium, and we had some ideas for that. So Helen, our next door neighbour, and Sheila Clark, somewhere around here, Sheila, and I put together an application to the Millennium Commission for several ideas. One of them was to produce some paintings of the village, but to have them sponsor the reproduction of prints. So I did one of the 8th century looking across the landscape, George Rosar, and then the 18th century and the Millennium view from the same position, and then they were reproduced, and each household got copies.
So Helen and Sheila and I put together some photographs of that people in the village had produced of their family history, their ancestors and old times village life, and we mounted these on boards, and some of this information was used to go in books, in the book that was going to be produced.
The Rosar history.
The Rosar history, yes. So later on these were displayed at the summer fete. But before that we have the Millennium celebration.
I was asked to light the bonfire, and we were getting involved in village life. I don't know if that was our destiny, but then suddenly people started to move out, like we moved out, and then Tim Croydon, who was the chairman of the village hall committee, he was in the RAF, he moved away, and we're all, and unfortunately Sheila died. So,
that really changed things for the village, and but we did have some very, very good summer fetes there, and this is one particularly when we were all dressed up. And this is Tim Croydon is dressed up there.
But then we moved away, off on our adventures.
New adventures,
yes.